What is up, nerds? It's me, your buddy pal, Hey Archer. Welcome back to Nerd Affiliated. You are here for another exciting unboxing on the channel. So out of nowhere, last week, at the time of this recording, Hasbro dropped a Ghostbusters 1984 Neutrona Wand. And the big question is it worth making another Spengler wand purchase when you probably already have the Afterlife version? Let's unbox it, let's talk about it, and let's hit that intro.
Who you gonna call?
All right, we are back here on Nerd Affiliated for another exciting unboxing. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified when every single one of our new videos is uploaded here on the channel. Now, this video is part of a larger series, the Road to New York Comic Con 2024, the Road to Frozen Empire, where we are building our cosplays for this year. And this one was completely unexpected. If you're thinking about making your own cosplay, if you're thinking about buying some props for the new movie for Comic-Con in your area, this is the video for you. Now, before we dive into this, just want to shout out General Kenobi's Bunker, shout out Legacy of Nerd. They have said that Ghostbusters fans are eating this year, and that is a fact. So prior to this release, we've had 3 Ghostbusters prop releases. 1 being the Afterlife Spengler wand, 2 being the Haslab Proton Pack from Afterlife, and 3 the Haslab 2-in-the-Box Ghost Trap and PKE meter. Now, this is going to be technically our 4th release, but it seems like it's going to be more of a repaint from our observations. So depending on what you're building, this wand may come in handy. But also, just to make sure you are more inclined to purchase this, Hasbro actually dropped the price on the wand for this release. Something I don't think I've ever seen them do in their history of creating anything for us nerds. So let's look at the box, and then we'll look at the wand and do some comparisons. All right, so first thing you'll see on the box is it pretty much matches the same aesthetic as all the previous cosplay releases. You have this carrying case design to the box with, of course, some caution tape on the side. Front logo looking like a flight suit with the names on a name badge. Something really cool about this packaging versus the Afterlife one is you can see the wand lit up on top of the box. But my question is, will it actually look like that once you have it turned on? Because the last one doesn't really match this, more specifically the vents on the top. Now, comparing this box to the previous release, I do have a couple questions here. These aren't complaints, more of just curiosity. I would assume that this box, being the 84 release, would be like an earlier version to the Afterlife one. So one would assume it will look exactly the same, but not as weathered. But here it actually looks like a completely different case. The Ghost logo is different. Caution tape on it is different. And the overall like color tint of the gray is different. Not a big deal at all, but I was just curious as to why they made this choice over it being like an earlier version of the same exact box. Now, I am digging this No Ghost logo on the box. It seems like an imprint and almost looks like they're going the Frozen Empire route, the blacked out route, but like not fully committed to it. So again, not sure why they made that choice, but here we are. All right, so we're gonna unbox this, take a look, see how it compares to the previous version. So something new when you take the sleeve off is the EPA security seal, and it's actually authorized by Walter Peck. Date November 10th, 1984.
This man has no dick.
On the top, it has the Neutrona Wand, on a label. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Something cool about this packaging with both of the releases and even the Haslab is that the boxes can be kept for display purposes. I feel like you can go either way here with, keeping it for storage. But even if you want to keep the boxes and the wand outside of the box, maybe put the wand on top, it looks great as is. So I'm enjoying this detail here. All right. We have opened it up, so let's pull this out and see how it looks. All right, so looking at the display stand, it does look like a repaint of the original one. So on the bottom, it actually has the release date of the movie, June 8th, 1984. And this is Spengler's production. Now, my Afterlife version does have some slime added to it. So when you get that one out of the box, it won't have that. As well as I put some electrical tape around the grip at the end of the wand. Reason being is I actually don't like how the grip looks out of box on this wand. You'll see on the 84, they actually remove that grip. So you have just a standard one, but it has some additional weathering on it. The Afterlife wand has much more scrapes on top of the wand on the handle. Whereas on the 84, not as much, just a nice little extra rub to it. Now, one of the other major changes here is actually the clippered valve. So right now you're looking at the Afterlife one and the 84. The 84 actually has a longer sleeve on this part here, but it seems very minor. It doesn't seem like anything that you'll really catch on a first glance looking at the two different wands. They colored in the black hat on this part here, which a lot of people have actually complained that the movie versions of the wands don't even have that there. So them repainting it seems to have frustrated some fans. The other big noticeable change here is the addition of a standard grip at the end of the wand. They removed the shotgun grip, and of all the changes, this is the one I feel stands out the most, because the others you can cosmetically change, whereas on the handle, I don't know of a way of taking the shotgun grip off. You can add a grip at the end. Those are found on Etsy. People on Facebook have them. But if you do so, it beefs up the actual handle. So having them remove that to just put on a new mold is definitely a win. Now, this here is a wand I accidentally fried. And in doing so, I decided to take it apart and just see kind of how everything works. Now, something I don't like about the Hasbro wands is how they cover the vent. You can see on the 84 wand, it has the same vent cover as the Afterlife one. There's too much frost to it. I wish it was a clear plexiglass so the light can really shine out of there. And I even in some cases wish they didn't have it at all, so it's just more open vent look. But I can understand why they ended up, needing to put something there to protect the electronics. Now, something I hated about the Afterlife wand was the wrap at the handle. And on this one, I actually took it off just using a box cutter. Obviously, I didn't realize that there was a groove here, so I cut into it by mistake. One of the questions people had, including myself, was can you turn an Afterlife wand into an 84? With the exception of the shotgun handle, I think so, because you can take the rubber piece off and now you just have a standard handle. You can see that the grip is obviously different, but you'll still get away with it passing as an 84, in my opinion. Now, if you're wondering, will this connect to your Haslab? The answer is yes. I don't have a Haslab in front of me to actually connect this with, but all the threading's the same attachments. So yes, this will connect to your Haslab. I plan on actually connecting this to my Spirit Pack using a mod I picked up from Great Scott Prop Shop. Make sure hit the link down below. Now, ultimately, is the 1984 Ghostbuster wand actually worth a second purchase if you already have an Afterlife wand? Hell, maybe you're like me and this is your third purchase. Fourth purchase. Third purchase. Fifth purchase. Wow, I think I bought 5. Now, if this is just something that you display in your house and you already have an Afterlife on your shelf, I think most people are going to know what it is. You're probably not going to need to make a whole nother purchase just to say that's the 1984 versus that's the Afterlife. I am building a Proton pack for Frozen Empire and for New York Comic Con. That's going to be a little bit more of an 84 / Ghostbusters 2 look. And having this aesthetic versus the Afterlife one definitely is the move for me. So I really think it depends on you. Now, at the time of recording this, the wand is currently sold out on Hasbro Pulse, but I wouldn't get too nervous about it. The Afterlife wand has sold out a number of times online and they've restocked it. So I feel like this one, considering that it's sold out in about 48 hours, I think they'll bring it back because they didn't mention it being a limited release. Hey Archer Live, every Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated, but every Monday morning, 9 a.m.-ish here on Nerd Affiliated, we have Nerdy Coffee. 2 different shows, 2 different vibes. Either way, you're stuck with this guy. Like, comment, subscribe, keep on busting, and we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace.